Hello everyone and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. We join you today from Kay County in northern Oklahoma where wheat harvest is finally underway. We'll find out how it's all going a little bit later in the show. But first we're checking in with Dr. Paul Beck, our OSU Extension beef cattle specialist, to talk about the potential right now for some toxic forages.
Hi, I'm Paul Beck, State Extension beef cattle specialist, and many years, or every year, we talk about the toxicity of a lot of the forages that we're dealing with in Oklahoma, dealing with Johnson grass, Sudan grasses, pearl millets, and those types of forages, and the dangers that they possess. This year we've had ample rainfall, which removes a lot of that danger as of right now. There's a lot of interest in growing mixed cover crops, using Sudan grasses for a lot of the agronomical benefits that they possess, and they're also really good forages. And so there's a lot of fear associated with grazing these forages because of prussic acid issues and nitrates. Those become predominantly a problem. Those become a problem whenever we're dealing with plants that are under stress and interruptions in their forage growth. Whenever we have fertilized Johnson grass or Sudan grasses and growth gets interrupted, then the compound nitrate gets accumulated in those plant tissues and can become toxic to our grazing livestock. Prussic acid is another issue that has similar symptoms in the animal, but it happens whenever these plants are stressed due to something like drought that would interrupt the growth, and then whenever they start regrowing, the leaf tissue will have prussic acid in it and cause those toxicity issues. Right now, Oklahoma has had sufficient rainfall so that that's really not a concern. But as we get into our drier part of the year, we need to be aware that these can become issues for these forages, and just be cognizant of that as we go forward. Right now, as we look at this stand of mixed cover crops behind us, they're right at the perfect stage for starting to graze those. The height and the maturity of those make a very high quality product. So we can graze those without fear of having toxicity issues in those plants. As we progress in the summer, remember, it'll start getting dry. We might start having these plants go under stress, and that's when we need to start being aware of those issues that can creep up. When we start approaching haying season for these forages, we also need to be aware of the level of fertility, how those plants are growing, and be aware of potential nitrate issues. Nitrates accumulate in the lower stalk, so the risk would be substantially higher there. Not a preferred spot for grazing, but will be taken up by the hay. If you have concerns about the toxicity of these forages going forward as we progress in the summer, all of our county agents in every county have kits to check for the presence of both nitrates and prussic acid in those forages to see if you even have them present. And that would give you an idea whether to send that off for further analysis to see how much is present.